All right, I'm going to attempt this. This is actually attempt number 2. Attempt number 1 failed. So let's try again. So this time I'm actually going to do a bit of reducing before we even start to glue this stuff in. So I'm just going to make some space because I want to have a row, like easy to see row that goes all the way around the ear here. So up in here, there's quite a few points, right? So we've got these doubled up. So there's kind of like, if you think about it here, there's like if this point connects into here, then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 going through, which would require like 3 extra lines going up in here. So I'm going to try and reduce some stuff. Like, I know this line is going to be a bit of a problem, so I'm going to just stop it from going through now by connecting it to one of these because there's so many in here. So I'm going to get the multi-cut. And on the multi-cut, I'm just going to connect the ones that I want to reduce. So I'm going to start in a corner and just cut across here and then back into the corner. And that will let me remove some of these edges like here. So fortunately, if I just delete this edge, it'll leave this vertex. So I'm going to exit the quad draw and can't see anything, of course. Do I have this head in a layer? Oh, I do. That makes things so much easier. All right. So this edge, I control delete it. And this edge, I control delete it. And you can see now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just loop these in. This line is kind of coming up through the ear and turning and then going back into here. And that helps reduce. So now I can just connect this straight across. You can see, and then up here, I only have 2 loops that I need to play with. So let me go back and bring the head back in a quad draw. I'm just going to move these around here so that there's a bit of a, so they're lined up. That one's going to go there. I think this one's going to come down here. And that one's going to go into the corner there. So there's 2 loops here that we have to do something with. So this is definitely a bit strange-ish here. So I'm going to grab this edge and I'm going to just go to Edit Mesh. And I'm going to add, this says face. No, so I do have to leave this tool. That's annoying. I'm going to grab this edge. I'm going to add 2 divisions. And what that does is it adds 2 verts. So it just takes your edge and cuts it. So now I'm able to have matching points with which to connect. And I know, right, we'll have to figure out something because this will turn this into a 6-sided face, but I like to go through and connect everything up and then puzzle out how we're going to connect things together. So it would be the same across here. So I grab this edge and I can see if that goes in the corner, then these 2 need matching verts. So I'll do the same thing. I almost want to reduce. See that we added this extra loop in here from this. Wow. So this point here is going to connect into there. So we have 2 across here. We have 2 across there. So I'm going to grab this. Oh, that has 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I need 3 divisions. Is that right? Corner 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is 2, this edge. 2 divisions. tricky down under here to figure out which goes to what. So that has 1, 2. So I'm going to say this one goes in here. So this is going to be 2 as well. And then that leaves this one with, I think, 1. Okay, so now let's see what we have when we do quad draw on this. So let's bring the head back, go back into quad draw, and we should be matching all the way around. So we should be able to put one in there. Jesus Christ. There, one in there, one in there, one in there. I'm just going to go around and connect now. Not to be weird down here, so don't know what's happening there. I'm going to start at the top. Maybe it'll work itself out when I go around. I suspect I'm missing a vert. So just going in and connecting. Oh. That's no problem. That's no good there. All right, so I missed an edge for sure. That's going to be 1, 2. So let's hide the head. Let's get out of here. Let's go to this edge. 2 divisions. Edit mesh. Edit mesh. Add divisions. 2 divisions. Apply. Close. Object mode. Quadra. So many steps. My head hurts. Shift. 1, 2, 3. And then what do we got here? So I'm missing one on this edge as well. 1 division there. Divisions, single. Back in. Shift. 1, 2. And what do we got under here? That should be the last one. Why don't you want to just... Pretty sure that's a quad. Why do you want to do... Oh, no. I have a division in there, which I don't need. There's an extra vert. Oh, it's 3 divisions. Oh, that was a big mistake. I didn't need any of those. And shift. Bingo. Nice. All right, so connect it up. And then we just need to figure out how to obviously reduce these. So I'm just going to clean up some of this flow. Straighten out some of these points. Two is a really good because it's easy to make loops with two points coming out. So that is something. It's the singles that's the... Wow, this fucking tool is pissing me off. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna... Just trying to open this up. And create some space. Around and around we go. We stop. Nobody knows. All right. Alrighty then. Right. So, well, this one. So multi-cut. Bingo. What? Why would you do that? Oh, I didn't hit Y. Okay, so that's the kind of pattern. Because I don't want these ear loops to flow all over the head. So that's kind of what I'm shooting for here, which is, we're coming in from a corner, we're putting in 2 points, we're going into a corner. The only issue there is to make sure that we don't get any verts with 6 edge attachments and that everything stays quads. So we're gonna have to clean that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. So I'm just gonna go around here. Now we don't have to do these in these faces. We could have done them further up. So maybe I'll show you that on the back of the ear. So something, well, this one's going to be a single line, but let's say here, if I didn't want to do it right in here, like splitting up and through, we can just go anywhere in here. So if I want to reduce these two, I could reduce them like that. And then just delete these. So if I just, if I do that, you can see it's similar kind of pattern, right? But or even in the back of the ear here, this row, you could reduce through here. I'm just going to sort of make it easy on myself by just going in here and doing this kind of thing, and then I can decide what to do about it after. If I want to shrink these in and reduce this. So you can see here, this is going to be a problem because they're next to each other. So if I go into here and I put a vert in here, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be 6. So for this one, I do want to do this further up in the ear here. So maybe I'll go across here. And then I'll just delete these. Oh, let's enter, sorry. Delete. So that loop's going to be up in there. That way I'm not connecting at the same level line here, this loop line. Oh, this has 3. So unfortunately with 3, that probably means that one line will have to go around the back of the head. So what I would do is just go 1, 2, 3 in here. This is going to connect into there. That's going to connect into there, and probably through here now. Right, we're going to have to carry that loop all the way around, which is going to add a loop to the back of the head, which isn't, one loop. I'm always usually prepared to do 1, 2, 3 extra loops. So I'd have a loop coming out of the top of the ear, one going out the back of the ear, and then one coming down. So what we've managed to do is have one going back. We don't need any going up, and I'm going to have one coming down. And normally trace it around and follow the loop, but I don't need any more geometry in the lip. What I do though is it'd be nice to have another line to define the jaw and the neck, and then have this line run down here all the way down to the clavicle and allow us to use an extra row in here to shape the sternocleidomastoid muscle. So that makes sense to me. So for this one, I would just, multi-cut all the way down here. And then of course we're just going to collapse that. Oh, I know what we can do. We can just, oops, that's multi-cut. So yeah, I'll collapse that after. And then this needs to go out. So we're going to just hold down, let's go to this here. Go put that in, multi-cut across. Let's go into the, oof, what happened there? There we go. And I'm just going to do that. So it's the same as a collapse. I just target weld. So I think it's not the cleanest, especially in here. So I'm going to go around this now with probably a relax. but I'm going to use the sculpt brush to kind of address these. It is attached. Everything is a quad. Yes. Lucky me. I mean, it's never pretty, the ear attaching to the head. So much geometry in the head. And there's relatively little. So much geometry in the ear, relatively little in the head. So now I just want to minimize this odd flow. So I'm going to exit my tool here. I'm going to go into object mode. I'm going to hide the head. I've left it on. It's still live. I think it still works. And I'm going to get rid of all this ton of history here. So I'll Shift D. And I'm going to go into my mesh tools, sculpting tools, and I'm going to use the smooth and relax here. So Control+2, Control+3, but I have buttons for those. So I'm going to start with the relax. And there it is. And I'm going to make, oh, that's a pretty sizable brush. I don't need symmetry on because we're going to have to mirror this anyways. And I just want to be careful to not touch the ear. So I just want to go around the ear. So maybe I'll just hold down B and drag to the left. And now I can just come in and just carefully go around behind the ear. And then in here. And just watch how this stuff moves. And it's not really doing a lot of cleanup. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I left some winged vertices behind on this section because we can't delete those in the Quadra tool. So I had to remove those, and then let's go back. Actually, you know what? Just to be safe, I'm going to delete, a ton of them, and then back into object. Yeah, there we go. So now I can just come in here and just try and. I would probably go in and adjust some of these points as well, like literally move them around. So here we go. Oops. Jesus Christ. Nope. Yep. So just, relaxing. And yeah, I might minimize these phases by bringing them down by hand. The relax is only going to get us so far. It's going to do an average. It's not going to super clean it up, but I don't know. If you gave me that, I would probably be reasonably happy with it. I usually try and tuck these up in here somewhere, but let's make it our lives easier. Again, process and technique. But that's it. So bring the head back, unliven it, de-liven it, whatever. And then I'm going to mirror the head, but I want to just double check that my center line is still, because you can see I did a lot of relaxing, so I was a bit worried I might have shifted this midline around. So I'm going to resnap that. So I'm going to go to vertex. I'm going to grab just the midline all the way down here, front to back. I don't want to get any verts on either side. W is my move tool. Just checking it's set to world. Checking that my transform constraints are off. And I should be able to go left. Oops, sorry. I should be able to go X, left, right. So now it's snap aligned and dead center, which now means that we can mirror the geo. So edit mesh, mesh, mirror, edit reset, let her rip. Now threshold's always too high, so you can see it's merged some of the lip together. So threshold 0.1, again, it's going to be size or scale dependent. But there's the ear done. So what's left before I need to bring this in would be to do the inner lips and detail out a couple of loops for the eyeballs, to tuck them down and in. So we haven't done that. Same with the nostrils perhaps. So those are the holes in the head. I don't usually make a hole for the ear canal, so that's fine. And I wanted to add a loop in the chin, which we don't have. So this is a little bit broad, and I mentioned right the chin is a round structure, so there's nothing wrong with split looping around. So what do we add here? 20 minutes. Yeah, I think we'll take a break, and I'll come back and then take a break. I'm going to stop the video and then come back with number 3, where we finish the cleanup of the head by extruding some of these and maybe adding a bit more detailed geo. Okay, so we'll be back in the next one.